Hello, good day everyone. My name is Ron Olasco from International Trade Council. Thank you for attending today's educational session. Our speaker for today is Maria Leonel de Leon Sandoval, founder of EVEGROCER Zero Waste Online Shop Corporation. The topic for educational session is navigating challenges, lessons learned in sustainable business practices. Today's focus is our early challenges, technology integration, ethical sourcing, waste reduction strategies, consumer education and adoption, supply chain transparency, adaptability and flexibility, and measuring impact and future look. Now let's hear directly from our esteemed speaker who will elaborate the topic. And please join me in welcoming Maria Leonel de Leon Sandoval. Go ahead.
Hello, everyone. I'm Lionel. I'm the founder and CEO of Eve Grocer, a sustainable marketplace. And first of all, I would like to thank the International Trade Council for having me here. We're so grateful and honored to be talking here right now and for all the support, opening doors of opportunities in global trade. So today I'll be talking about the navigating challenges, lessons learned in sustainable business practices. What is a sustainable startup? It's a business that aims to address social or environmental challenges through its products, services, operations, or business model. These startups prioritize sustainability and often integrates principles of social responsibility, environmental stewardship, and economic viability into their core mission and practices. What are the types of impact startups? We have the environmental impact startups like the clean energy. They focus on renewable energy sources such as solar, wind, hydro, or geothermal power. Waste management, developing innovative solutions for waste reduction, recycling, composting, and upcycling. Sustainable agriculture, startups promoting regenerative farming practices, organic farming, urban agriculture, and alternative protein sources. Conservation, startups working on environmental conservation, biodiversity protection, and habitat restoration. We also have the social impact startups, like focuses on education. We're providing access to quality education, online learning platforms, vocational training, and educational technology solutions. Healthcare, improving healthcare access, affordability, and quality through tele, telemedicine, healthcare, and medical devices, and healthcare delivery innovations. Financial inclusion, startups addressing financial inclusion strategy by providing banking services, microfinance, digital payments, peer-to-peer lending platforms, affordable housing, startups providing affordable and sustainable housing solutions for underserved communities. Tech for good, social innovation, startups leveraging technology for social good, impact tech, startups developing technology solutions to address global challenges such as climate change, poverty, healthcare access, and food security. Blockchain for social impact, startups using blockchain technology for transparent supply chain, secure digital identity, decentralized finance, and social impact tracking. Sustainable consumer goods startups, ethical fashion, startups producing sustainable ethical sourcing clothing, accessories, and footwear, eco-friendly products, startups offering eco-friendly alternatives, and fair trade, startups promoting fair trade, ethical sourcing. Impact investment startups, they have impact investing platforms like startups connecting impact investors with sustainable investment opportunities. Also crowdfunding for impact startups, leveraging funding platforms to raise capital for social and environmental initiatives. We have also the circular startups, the circular design, redesigning the products and business models for efficient circular economy principles. And we also promote reuse and recycling. So why build and impact startups? For me personally, um, as a mom, it is for the kids and the future generation. So building an impact startups would it's it's uh it's a purpose driven business, and building a business is not a walk in the park. So you need to have motivation and a clear advocacy to be able to finish what you've started, because it's really, building a business sometimes is disheartening if you don't have passion and motivation for a really clear advocacy. So addressing pressing issues, attracting talent and customers. Many employees and customers today are seeking purpose-driven organizations that align with their values. So by building impact startup, you can attract top talents who are passionate about your mission. Innovation and disruption often brings fresh perspective and innovative solutions to traditional problems. Financial sustainability. Contrary to the misconception that impact startups sacrifice financial returns for social or environmental impact, many successful impact startups have proven that it's possible to achieve both. By adopting sustainable business models, impact startups can generate profits while also creating positive outcomes for society and the planet. Regulatory and policy support, governments, investors, and regulatory bodies are increasingly recognizing the importance of impact-driven businesses. This trend is reflected in various initiatives, policies aimed at supporting and incentivizing impact startups and social enterprises. Also, global trends and consumer preferences, and of course, building a legacy. Assessing FMCG sachets, addressing FMCG sachet pollution in the Philippines. So is it really worth our our time and attention to address one-time use plastic pollution in the Philippines? So 2.3 million tons of one-time use plastic packaging are being collected by the National Waste Commission every year. So this so and then versus the 110 billion USD market size in this industry. So imagine the impact that's in the FMCG industry, and as we consume every day products that are packed in what reusable plastic in one-time use plastic packaging, they all go, most of them goes to waste, to landfills. So it's really climate catastrophe that's just waiting to happen, because it's plastic. It's just there in the landfills. So our consumer goals, we have two types of supply chain: the linear supply chain and circular supply chain. Actually, for the we've been in the linear supply chain for quite some time, and we can also achieve sustainability in the linear supply chain by using biodegradable packaging. So the process for linear supply chain is suppliers, manufacturers, distributor, retailer, and customer. While for the circular supply chain, we have so many considerations like product design, sourcing and manufacturing, distribution, product use, end of life management, reverse logistics, resource recovery, recycling, reuse and repurposing, waste management, and continuous improvement. What are the early challenges that we face? Actually, in 2020, I've already discussed this in one webinar that about circular supply chain. It's it's a case study review on the challenges of a circular supply chain and how we plan to implement them at the on the EVEGROCER's idea and process. So number one, the economic and financial viability. Here in the Philippines, since we are a third world country, we are it's really the market is price sensitive, so we really need to focus on the price points. So most sustainable products are quite expensive um because the packaging is either biodegradable, it's run in pure quantities or something like that, and or reusable packaging, which is very expensive compared to the one-time use plastic packaging. So market competition. Assessing the Philippine business environment involves evaluating factors such as ease of doing business, regulatory frameworks, infrastructure development, labor market conditions, political stability. A favorable business environment attracts investment, fosters entrepreneurship, and supports sustainable economic growth. It's really important to really um, gauge a market before entering. But if it's really important, you really have to take the risk. So and really just pray that we can really get it done. So standards and regulations. So it's really difficult because yeah, it's a new innovation. So the Food and Drug FDA, Food and Drug Administration here in the Philippines has standards for packaging. So which everyone has to comply. So regulates the safety and quality of food products in the Philippines. Food manufacturers and distributors are required to comply with the Food Safety Act of 2013, which establishes standards for food labeling, packaging, storage, and distribution to ensure the safety of food products for consumers. So, product characteristics. Sustainable FMCG products are often designed to be biodegradable or compostable, meaning they can break down naturally and return to the environment without leaving harmful residue. This includes using biodegradable packaging materials or developing products that are compostable at the end of their life cycle. But the problem here is even the we encountered some merchant partners with biodegradable cling wraps or biodegradable plastic packaging. They actually have an expiration date compared to other plastic that it's there forever. Like these biodegradable plastics have a shelf life of 6 months. So after that, it gets brittle. It gets um and molds and it can be used already after 6 months. So imagine if you're a business owner and you develop these products, you cannot anticipate to you cannot really store or mass produce because it has a limited shelf life. So as we all know, um the it in order to lower down the price of your product, you have to produce more. It lowers the OPEX for the production. But since we can only manufacture few of these products, the prices are higher, comparatively higher to other products. So another is supply chain management. Demand forecasting is essential in FMCG sector to anticipate customer demand accurately by analyzing historical sales data, market trends, and other factors. FMCG companies can forecast demands for their products and adjust production and inventory levels according to avoid stockouts or excess inventory. So supply chain management is not it's an expensive technology to have. So not all sustainable businesses have an ERP or a supply chain management system at their disposal. So it's yeah, we become dependent to those who have these types of technologies. So technology, like what I've said, the ERP system integrate key business process such as production, inventory management, procurement, sales, and finance into centralized platform. FMCG companies use ERP systems to provide visibility, optimize resource allocation, and streamline operations across the supply chain. So now we also adopt the blockchain technology for transparency and so that there is a direct communication from between suppliers and customers through smart contracts and timestamps so they know what's happening in their goods. They don't have to, you know, to look for it or for to, from the provider and we don't have to um so we there's transparency. So user behavior, sustainability and ethical consideration are becoming increasingly important factors in FMCG consumer behavior. So products with eco-friendly packaging, sustainable sourcing, and ethical certification may appeal to environmental conscious customers. So the start of the pandemic, this is the scenario during the in 2020 when we started the e- when we launched EVEGROCER. First few weeks of lockdown, all logistics are paralyzed. Testing facilities are just setting up. Permits take time and very expensive. Closure of establishments, government institutions are in skeletal workforce, displaced workers required SOP in entering establishment, and home-based food sellers are all in social media. So what we did during the first time of the pandemic, we started with a one necessity bundle. It's a relief bundle, all packed in reusable containers. It can last a small family for around 2 to 3 days. Like it has a chicken, rice, pasta, cooking oil. Actually, at this point, the suppliers for the packaging are closed. So we have bought this packaging at a very high price. For imagine some of the packaging are priced like 250 peso, while the coffee is just 50. So we're expecting the customers to return the packaging to us when we deliver. They would transfer, and because of the health safety concerns, so it has become an issue. But then we have found a way so that they can return it on the next delivery. We have the subscription model. So we have the ethical sourcing. When we partner with a brand, we give them two options. First option is we will promote their brand. They will use our last mile fulfillment services, free delivery services, and warehousing for a minimal charge. And number two, the product development. But this came after a while na. After a while. Actually, the product development, we are partnering with the producers, and the brands would be under grocer. They have to bid for the lowest price, and we will be buying this outright. So it both have advantages depending on the aim of the brands. So waste reduction strategies, encouraging the use of reusable items in the workplace, implementing a reduce and reuse mindset, exploring alternative to single-use plastic. So this is what we have implemented in our marketplace. Technology integration. Later on, we've launched our MVP platform to automate our sales. It's just a simple e-commerce site. We have integrated the automated subscription, integration of payment gateways, and affiliate marketing, and other tools. So this technology integration has helped us scale and automate the process and provide us with transparency. So supply chain transparency, we have two types. We have the supply chain data ERP system and the manual monitoring. Where the supply chain data, customer behavior analysis at e-commerce data enables business to analyze customer behavioral patterns. Sales performance analysis allows business to track and analyze sales performance metrics such as revenue, average order value, conversion rate, and customer lifetime value. Customer segmentation, by segmenting customers into distinct groups, businesses can personalize marketing campaigns, tailor products, recommendation, and improve customer retention and loyalty. Predictive analysis can help business identify potential opportunities and risks, optimize inventory management, and make data-driven decisions to drive business growth and profitability. Also, real-time monitoring and alerts. E-commerce data analytics involves real-time monitoring of key metrics. So for the manual monitoring, this is the trust and credibility. Customers review contribute to building trust and credibility for e-commerce business. Genuine and authentic reviews from verified customers help establish the reputation of an online store and reassure potential buyers about the quality and authenticity of the product and services. Also, product feedback and improvement. E-commerce customers review provide valuable feedback and insights for business to improve their products and services. Actually, our e-commerce, if you want to help the merchants in our store, you can comment and rate their products in our platform. so that you can help them grow and to promote their brands as well. So in 2015, the UNDP Sustainable Development Goals has set 17 interconnected global goals for the as a part of the 2030 agenda for sustainable development. These are the metrics where sustainable business, impact business, adapt to to our businesses, so we can contribute to the agenda and of course make an impact. So the impact measurement, um, this is the platform of the BCPA. You can log in. This is call to action. You can log in, register your company, and then you can key in your metrics so that it can gauge your sustainability, your impact. So right here, we identify the problems and opportunities like pollution from one-time-use plastic packaging and lack of option for reverse logistics. And inputs and activities onboard sustainable brands in the marketplace, develop sustainable packaging, develop our own asset tracker for riders. Outputs 138 sustainable brands, pilot 3 types of containers for meat, grains, and detergents, finalize the system and applied for tech, IT, and start development. So our outcomes invite sustainable brands to the platform, collaborate with TOS, TITBI for developing of the packaging and work on the new system. The impact is the goal to create an effective circular supply chain with the use of technology and effective distribution. This is our impact value chain from inception until 2022 before we pivot to B2B. So in this time, in 2 years of operation, we have the farmers have revenue of about 2.5 million peso, while the marketplace has 226,000 peso revenue. And out of the 5,850 containers that were sent out, 1,328 containers were actually recycled and returned to us. Hence, 30,652 kilograms of carbon dioxide were reduced from this operation, and 19,400 one-time use plastic packaging didn't end up in the ocean. So we also have 70% plant-based products in our marketplace, and 95% of all natural body and beauty care are all natural and didn't undergo animal testing. So this is the impact hypothesis. This is how you pitch to an impact investor. So for example, we only have that metrics is for one hub, and then we scale to 10 hubs. So if we scale up to 10 regional hubs by investing, let's say, $500,000, then 300,652 kilograms of carbon dioxide can be reduced, 20,556,970 more incomes to farmers, and 190,400 one-time use plastics will not go to the ocean. So ultimately, carbon footprints will be reduced, farmer income will grow, reduce plastic waste in the ocean, and more jobs to people. So sustainability pillars. Currently we have the in that metric we have 18.5% recycling rate. So SDG 12, responsible consumption and production. Environmental sustainability, sustainable sourcing practices, reduce carbon footprints, waste minimization and recycling initiatives, social responsibility, fair trade, partnership, ethical labor practices, community support programs, and then for the governance, transparent business practices, ethical decision making, board diversity, and accountability. So challenges on the new normal. After the pandemic, on the post-pandemic, 30% of our merchants have stopped operation. It's back to normal. These merchants that we have, these are the employees who lost their jobs and started their own businesses at home, food business at home. So they were on board in our platform. And then customers, for the customers, they prioritize travel and revenge spending because after 3 years of 2 years of being locked down, they just wanted to go out. And sadly, we have the smear campaigns. Um, have you noticed some advertising, sustainability advertising, who gets bashed in online? So actually, the social media is very ruthless for this bashing for sustainability brands. Actually, I've seen a lot. So really, yes, most of us are really scared of doing campaigns because we actually it happened to us before during the pandemic. We are giving away face masks as a free so that we don't want the virus to spread. I know we know because we have stocks of face masks. So we give face masks to customers when they purchase. And then some of the some of the at the social media we got bashed because they said it's waste. The face mask is a waste. So it contradicts our sustainability advocate. So it's really it we say we cannot please everybody, but we can do baby steps. We can do one step at a time. As long as we have the heart for a change, for sustainability, then we have to move forward. We have to keep going, even if we we get bashed or we hear negative feedbacks. As long as we know that we're doing the right thing, then it's up to us, right? So what fuels a sustainable brands? Number one, greenwashing. When a brand falsely claims to be sustainable or environmentally friendly without implementing meaningful practices or making substantial effort to reduce their environmental impact. Consumers are increasingly discerning and can see through greenwashing tactics, which can damage a brand's reputation and credibility. So this is very scary. But later on, I'll dive into greenwashing later. So lack of authenticity. Authenticity is crucial to sustainable brands. If a brand's sustainability effort are perceived as superficial or insincere, it can lead to distrust among consumers and stakeholders. So for product quality, even if brand promotes sustainability, if its products are of poor quality or do not meet consumer expectations, it can lead to dissatisfaction and loss of trust. Sustainable brand must prioritize product quality and performance while also delivering on their sustainability promises. Well, actually, it it happened to us because some of our merchants um because of their strong advocacy, they wrap their products in used newspaper. So yeah, we some of the customers appreciate these initiatives, while yeah, who while in other some customers may not. Yes, we say we cannot please everyone. Um, who wants to some customer wouldn't want to buy a product that's not packed properly or presentably but packed in a newspaper. So we have to balance, sometimes we have to balance, but since we are an aggregator, we stand at the middle between the merchants and the consumers. So supply chain issues. Sustainable brands often face challenges in managing their supply chains, especially if they rely on suppliers with questionable environmental or labor practices. Issues such as supply chain disruptions, ethical concerns, or environmental controversies can tarnish a brand's reputation and undermine its sustainability claims. So, lack of innovation, sustainability is rapidly evolving field and brands must continuously innovate to stay ahead of the curve. Brands that fail to invest in research and development to improve their sustainability practices, develop innovative products, or adopt new technologies may lose relevance in the market. Financial constraints. Implementing a sustainability practice and certifications often require significant investment in resource, technology, and infrastructure. Sustainable brands that struggle with finance constraints or lack access to capital may find it challenging to maintain their commitment to sustainability over the long term. So actually, it's really a tough sector to be in. Like not we cannot like right now because of the post pandemic um um market customer behavior changes and the market demands also change. So we need to pivot, and like before we have our own fleet, we diverted to having a third party logistics partner. So the, many can say that where's the EVEGROCER fleet if every time we deliver, but yeah, because of financial constraints, we cannot really maintain these types of initiatives, and we really needed help to be able to implement 100% circular in all our processes. But still, we we try our best to find ways to adapt and to survive the situation. So competitive pressure, as sustainability becomes more mainstream, competition among sustainable brands increases. Established brands with greater resources or larger markets share may outcompete smaller and newer sustainable brands, making it difficult for them to survive in the market. So it's actually this is true that this is a good news that to have more players in the sustainability scene. But I said because we're an aggregator, we're a marketplace, so it's actually it should not actually bother us to have more sustainable products in the market, but it's up to us, or it's up to the customers to support the smaller ones to help them really to help them thrive in this competitive market space. So regulatory changes in the government regulatories or policies related to environmental protection, labor practices, or product standards can impact sustainable brands. Brands that fail to adopt new regulatories may face legal challenges, or reputational damage. So let's dive to greenwashing. So this is very scary for sustainability brands, because if if you are about to start a new business, and you know that one single mistake and you can get crucified for greenwashing, or you get bashed for greenwashing. So why would you even dare to step into this sector, right? So it's really I think for me and my personal opinion, we have to be careful in this topic. This is a very sensitive, especially for sustainable brands, because they get disheartened when it comes to greenwashing, because like for us, we are doing our best, like for our instead of just carrying every products in the market, every products to increase our revenue, then we have to be selective because we cannot carry it out of our advocacy, because we cannot carry sachets, because we cannot carry these products. So if you check our marketplace, we don't have baby diapers, we don't have these types of products. So it's hard enough for sustainability brands to to be in the market, and then still we are vulnerable of greenwashing. So here are some of the issues for greenwashing: misleading labels and certifications. Companies may use misleading labels, certification, or logos that suggest environmental friendliness without providing meaningful evidence or meeting recognized environmental standards. These labels may be vague, irrelevant, or not backed by credible third-party organizations. So um, the third party organization are very important, especially the certifying bodies. But most like how can we access them? So it requires cost, another cost. So right now it's we're like sustainable brands are on our own. How we can prove how we can um how we can show our customers that we're doing this, we're sustainable, this is our initiative. So yeah, it's one of the challenges. Number two, exaggerated environmental claims. Companies make exaggerated and unsubstantiated claims about the environmental benefits of their products or practices. This can include claims of being 100% eco-friendly, competitively sustainable, or zero impact without providing evidence to support these assertions. Irrelevant green attributes. Um, some companies may emphasize minor irrelevant green attributes to their products while ignoring more significant environment impacts. For example, a product may be marked as biodegradable or recyclable without addressing the other environmental issues such as resource depletion, pollution, or carbonation. Also, another regarding this topic, we are discussing this with the IMM of UNDP. They said they said that it's more sustainable to transport PET compared to glass. So because of the fuel consumption and so forth, or also the circular supply chain, they say that circular supply chain produce double carbon footprints or um, greenhouse gas emissions, something like that. So it's really tricky to be able to find the right metrics on how you can be more sustainable. Like some metrics are computing for carbon emissions, like for the transportation. But if you're a circular supply chain, indeed it's double because you need to pick it up to retrieve. But you have to find a way on how to make it sustainable. Like you have to maximize the ins and outs of the logistics. So hidden trade-offs. Greenwashing may involve highlighting one environmental benefits while ignoring or downplaying other negative impacts. Green imagery and symbolism. Companies may use green imagery, symbolism, or slogans in their marketing materials or create perception of environmental friendliness without substantiating these claims with meaningful actions and practices. Lack of transparency, um, involves lack of transparency about the company's environmental practices, sourcing, supply chain, um, unsubstantiated environmental beliefs. Some products may claim to have environmental benefits without providing evidence or data supporting these claims. For example, a product may be marketed as planet friendly or earth conscious without demonstrating how it reduces environmental harm or contributed to sustainability. So no room for improvement. Companies engaged in greenwashing claim they to have achieved environmental perfection or sustainability without acknowledging areas of improvement. So is it really possible? Achieving zero sachets in FMCG industry is a challenging but not impossible goal. Sachets, small single-use packets containing products such as shampoo, condiments, or snacks are prevalent in many markets, especially in regions where affordability and accessibility are key considerations for consumers. However, there have been increasing awareness of the environmental impact for single-use plastic, including sachets, leading to efforts to reduce eliminating them altogether. So the post-pandemic adaptation. So we have partnered with the Department of Agriculture to the farms and cooperatives, and this is our B2B pivot. We also have community support. This is the Social ESIP Acceleration Program by ENDP, Australian Aid and Virgo Philippines. education and training programs. Community can develop educational programs and training opportunities focused on sustainable practice for local business entrepreneurs and consumers. May include workshops, seminars, resources on topics such as sustainable packaging, waste reduction, and ethical sourcing. Also, communities can launch community-based sustainability initiatives such as zero waste programs, recycling drives, community gardens to promote sustainable living and reduce environmental impact at a local level. So, and this we also partner with the community farms. This is our photo with Gawad Kalinga. These are community farm. Um, Communities can collaborate with local FMCG business to promote sustainability initiatives and support local producers and manufacturers that prioritize eco-friendly practices. This may involve partnering with local farmers, markets, cooperatives, and community supports, agricultural CSA programs that offer locally sourced sustainable products. Communities can support local businesses and entrepreneurs that prioritize sustainability by choosing to patronize eco-friendly retailers, cafes, restaurants, and other establishments. This creates a market demand for sustainable products and encourage more business to adopt environmentally responsible practice. So industry support. This is our picture with Sub Challenge, Seed Stars Sub Challenge. This is a partnership with the F&B sector in the Philippines. We have partnered with Bizu for our sub challenge. These are rice sacks that was replaced by canvas bags. So this provides also marketing and visibility and design to customers and to brand partners. So communities can establish customer cooperation by buying clubs to collective purchase sustainable FMCG products in bulk, thereby reducing packaging waste and supporting sustainable brands and suppliers. These initiatives empower consumers to access eco-friendly products at affordable prices while promoting sustainable consumption practices. Companies may form strategic alliances with commercial brands to access new markets, distribution channels, or customer segments. For example, a clothing brand may collaborate with a retail chain to launch an exclusive clothing line, allowing both parties to capitalize on both each other's brand recognition and customer base. So consumer adaptation, communities can support sustainable FMCG by demonstrating strong consumer demand for eco-friendly products and packaging by choosing to purchase products with sustainable attributes such as recyclable packaging, organic ingredients, or fair trade certifications. Consumers send a clear signal to FMCG companies that sustainability is a priority. Communities can play a vital role in educating consumers about sustainability issues and the importance of making environmentally responsible choices. This includes raising awareness about the environmental impact of consumer products, promoting sustainable lifestyle practices, and providing information about eco-friendly alternatives. And then this is the global trade. Thank you so much, the International Trade Council, for last Go Global Awards. And yeah, we wanted to. The to thank you for opening doors for global trade. We wanted to test if circular supply chain process can be implemented in cross borders. So we can apply the closed loop systems like circular supply chain can create closed loop systems where materials are continuously recycled and reused within supply chain. This may involve establishing partnership with suppliers, manufacturers, and recycling facilities to ensure the traceability and quality of the recycled materials and promote closed loop resource flows. Also, digitalization and traceability. Digital technologies such as blockchain, IoT, and data analytics play a crucial role in enabling transparency, traceability, and accountability within the circular supply chain. These technologies provide real-time visibility into product flows, enable tracking of materials throughout the supply chain, and facilitate the exchange of information among stakeholders. So benefits to the company. So enhanced corporate social responsibility, stakeholders engaged, enhance CSR, emphasize meaningful engagement with a wide range of stakeholders, including employees, customer suppliers, communities, and investors. Ethical business practices enhances CSR involved upholding high standards of ethics and integrity in all aspects of business operations. Community investment, enhanced CSR includes investing in initiatives that benefits the communities where companies operate. This may involve supporting education and skills develop programs, healthcare initiatives, environment, environmental conservation projects, and community infrastructure development to improve the quality of life for the local residents. Positive impact on employee morale and brand image. Employee engagement. Positive employee morale fosters greater employee engagement, leading to increased loyalty, commitment, and discretionary effort. Engaged employees are more likely to be passionate about their work, collaborate effectively with colleagues, and actively contribute to the company's success. This ultimately drives innovation and creativity too, and positive outcomes for the organization. I actually this one the employee morale actually to be honest the e-grocer our our rate of retention of employees is it's really difficult because as a as a sustainability marketplace you need to be sustainable both inbound and outbound. So um, we have merchant partners all over the market near the store. So every time we keep on reminding our staff not to bring not to use plastic or uh to bring uh, a non-woven bag or something recyclable or a basket to go to the merchant partners. But they sometimes they forgot and then they end up bringing a plastic in the store. Like, we keep on reminding them, so it's really hard. Like if you want to implement both inbound and outbound sustainable zero waste marketplace, it has to be really done with with heart, with a core. So it's a difficult task to do, to be honest. So brand image, a positive work environment and satisfied customers, employees contribute to a positive brand image for the company. Employees who are proud to work for their organization, companies value this culture and reputation to external stakeholders such as customer partners and the broader community. So actually, yeah, organization which funds impact startups. So impact investors and venture capital firms like Acumen, Omidyar Network, Elevar Equity, BBL Partners. These are the venture capital firms who support impact startups. Social venture capital firms include Social Venture Fund, Investor Circle, Echoing Green, impact accelerators and incubators, Unreasonable Group, Spring Accelerator, Halcyon Incubator, government and non-government organizations, USA Global Innovation Fund, European Union Social Innovation Fund, Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation, foundations and philanthropic organizations, Skoll Foundation, Rockefeller Foundation, Ashoka, corporate social responsibility and CSR programs, Google.org, IBM Corporate Service Corps, and Microsoft Philanthropies. So here are the um, organizations who funds. So future outlook. Number one, shift to this is the a positive future outlook. Shift towards circular economy. There is a growing emphasis on transitioning towards circular economy model in FMCG sector, where products and materials are reused, recycled, and repurposed to minimize waste and resource consumption. FMCG companies are exploring innovative packaging designs, refillable, containers and take back programs to promote circularity and reduce environmental impact. Rise of plant-based alternative products. The demand for plant-based and alternative products is one of the rise as consumers seek healthier and more sustainable options. FMCG companies are introducing plant-based alternatives to traditional animal-derived products, including plant-based meat, dairy alternatives, and alternative protein sources to cater to changing consumer preferences and address sustainability concerns. Sustainable sourcing and supply chain transparency. Um, FMCG companies placing greater emphasis on sustainable sourcing practices, supply chain transparency to ensure ethical and environmental responsibility, sourcing of raw materials. Packaging innovation and waste reduction. FMCG companies are investing in packaging innovation to reduce waste and improve recyclability. Carbon neutralization and emission reduction. Um, Companies are committing to reducing carbon footprint and achieving carbon neutrality through initiatives such as energy efficiency improvements, renewable energy sourcing, and carbon offsetting. Consumer education and transparency um, emphasizes on consumer education and transparency in sustainable FMCG, with companies providing clear, transparent information about products, sustainability attributes, certification, and environmental impact. Collaboration in industry initiatives. FMCG companies are increasingly collaborating with industries, partners, NGOs, and government to drive collective action on sustainability and challenges. This includes participating in industry-led initiatives, partnerships, and coalitions focused on sustainability issues such as plastic pollution, deforestation, water stewardship, and climate change. So thank you so much. For anyone who wanted to collaborate with us, we are an aggregator. We are promoting sustainable brands. We are also helping FMCG brands to pivot to more sustainable packaging, rebranding. Please partner with us. Thank you so much.
All right. Thank you so much for that very informative presentation. So it's time to open the floor for questions from our audience. So I already see some questions here in the Q&A box, but before we proceed with the questions, I just want to make a few announcements. So for those who are not yet a member of International Trade Council in the audience right now, please feel free to reach out to us because we can offer you free membership. Also, this webinar is recorded and it will be uploaded to our YouTube channel. So if you would like to replay, please feel free to do so. And lastly, you will be receiving certificate of participation in attending this webinar. So the just wait via email in the next 24 to 48 hours. So okay, so let's move on to question. I have one question here. I'll show in the stage. So how could a consumer identity company that is greenwashing and there are any potentials repercussions for this company that engage in these practices?
Yes, for you can identify greenwashing. For example, it's really the packaging is really plastic, and it's colored green, and it says something like that, or then we know that it's greenwashing, or the packaging is in PET but it's green and it says sustainable, promoting sustainability, or it's a regular product that's like a consumer brand, and then suddenly it's it just turned green, but there's no improvement, like it didn't turn into a reusable packaging or biodegradable. Actually, greenwashing repercussions are for the consumers. How can you support a greenwashing company? So they will lose customer trust. For the legalities, we don't know about the regulatories, if they are already implementing regulatories pertaining to greenwashing. But in FDA, in BPI, you have to put in everything in the label. You have to yeah, complying to the FDA standards, the BDA standards. You have everything should be in the label. So yeah, Yeah.
All right, thank you. Next question. How can brands share data that helps them showcase their sustainability efforts?
Yeah, in our marketplace, we are aiming to launch a system which provides real time data, how many customers are recycling um, in the marketplace, or something like that. But for now, since our operations are already in a platform, it's there. The data is there. We can count. There's the data available. They can count how many like the purchasing of the packaging, how many packaging did we purchase, and how many packaging, how many meat products or the particular product has been sold out. So we can tally it right now manually. And but like that's like manual because the centralized system is not yet out there. It's not yet yeah, it requires a lot of funds to be able to get there. But step by step, we're doing our best to find ways to, even without that system, to implement complete transparency with our operations.
Thank you. Any more questions? Please feel free to type in your question in the Q&A box. While we are waiting for questions, Lionel, maybe you can type in your email address on in the chat box so that if anyone would like to reach out to you, they can just copy paste your email address and they can email to you directly. All right, perfect. So again, if you would like to reach out to her, please feel free to email her in this email address, info@evegrocer.com. So I don't see any more questions here. We still have 4 minutes. Maybe I can give you time to add more information about your presentation. Any final words about the topic you discussed today before we end or conclude the webinar?
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining the meeting. Thank you so much.
All right.
I hope we can collaborate soon.
Okay, perfect. Thank you. So, as we come to the end of today's insightful discussion, I'd like to extend a heartfelt thank you to our speaker for sharing her expertise and experiences. Your insights have truly shed light on the challenges and opportunities in implementing sustainable business practices. I also like to express gratitude to our audience for their engagement. Remember, the journey towards sustainability is ongoing, and each step we take matters. Let's continue to collaborate, innovate, and strive for a more sustainable future together. And on behalf of International Trade Council, we look forward for seeing you in our future webinars. So stay connected, stay inspired, and most importantly, stay sustainable. Thank you and goodbye.
Thank you so much.